Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Zamin Ahoo, the protector of the deer. One of the titles of Imam Ali ibn Musa alayhi salam is Zamin Ahoo, which means the protector of the deer. Once upon a time, Imam Raza alayhi salam was traveling, and suddenly he sighted the moon of the month of Muharram. Imam Ali Raza alayhi salam stopped, got off of his horse, and sat down on the ground. He faced the direction of Karbala and said, Assalamu alayka ya ayyuha shaheed. Assalamu alayka ya ayyuha al-mazloom. Assalamu alayka ya ayyuha al-masbuh. Peace be upon you, O the martyred one. Peace be upon you, O the oppressed one. Peace be upon the one who was sacrificed. Imam Raza alayhi salam was still remembering the trials of Imam Hussein alayhi salam when he saw a hunter capture a deer in his net. When the hunter passed by the Imam alayhi salam, the deer looked at the Imam with sadness in her eyes. Imam alayhi salam knew the language of the animals, and therefore he could tell that the deer was distraught. Imam called the hunter and asked, why did he capture the deer? The hunter didn't know the Imam personally and replied, "O Arab, I worked really hard to capture this deer." Imam alayhi salam said, "Can't you see that the deer is crying?" The hunter said, "Hunting animals is not prohibited in Islam." Imam Raza alayhi salam replied, "That's true, but first let me ask her a question." When Imam Raza alayhi salam asked the deer, "Why is she crying?" the deer answered that I'm not crying because I'm being hunted, but I have two small fawns that I need to feed, who have been hungry since morning. I promise that I'll return as soon as I'm done feeding them. Imam alayhi salam requested the hunter to let the deer go and said that I take the responsibility for her return. If you don't believe me, then capture me instead. The hunter said, "O traveler, what do you mean? Have you ever seen a desert animal return after it's let go?" The Imam repeated and said that I take the responsibility of her return, and if she doesn't return, then I'll go with you and I will serve you until she's back. When Imam alayhi salam insisted, the hunter opened the net and let her go. The deer came out of the net, kissed the Imam's feet, and ran into the forest. Imam alayhi salam sat there and waited all day for the deer to return. While the Imam was waiting, the hunter started to become anxious and said to the Imam, "Did I not say that these animals don't return once they're let go?" The Imam alayhi salam said, "Be patient, maybe she's late due to a reason." It was time for Maghrib, and the hunter became even more worried about the deer not returning. As soon as it got dark, the Imam alayhi salam said to the hunter, "Look ahead, there is a cloud of dust," and spotted a deer with her two fawns. The deer placed her head on the Imam's feet. The Imam asked the deer, "What took you so long? Don't you know that the Imam of your time took the responsibility of your return?" The deer apologized to the Imam in her language and related the reason for her lateness. She said to the Imam, "On my way back, I spotted some deer from my tribe gathered together with tears in their eyes. When I asked them why they were crying, they responded that it is the night of the 1st of Muharram. We're commemorating the martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam." "Oh Imam, I thought since it's the last day of my life, because the hunter might sacrifice me any moment, I thought of attending one last majlis of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. I have brought my two fawns with me, because after I'm sacrificed, my fawns will be left without a guardian. Since you are the Imam of my time, and you are aware of how children with no parents are treated, I would like you to be the guardian of my fawns." When the hunter heard the deer, he fell onto the Imam's feet. He cried, "Oh Imam, you are the son of the Holy Prophet ﷺ," and said, "I feed this deer." This is the story of how Imam Ali Raza alayhi salam received the title, the protector of the deer.